Hey guys, I'm back with my first transgender topics video, and this first video is gonna be about my childhood. So I've had quite a lot of things, both positive and negative, I've gone through. I think, as far as I can remember, I had a really great time going through kindergarten and the first 2 years of elementary school. Those first years were really great for me, both social, and I don't think I had any problems with myself being what I was back then, because I didn't have to think about it. I actually just got through my life, had almost every day happy, of course. Not every day, since nobody walks through life without some downs. But yeah, I was accepted by the boys, and I mostly actually played with the boys. I rarely ever played with the girls in kindergarten. And the first 2 years of elementary school, it was really rare that I would play with the girls. And if I played with the girls, it would be those who were interested in playing with dinosaurs and other boys stuff. So I didn't ever play with the girls who like to dress up like a princess or fairies or whatever. I hated that. I would really rather ride my bicycle with a couple of guys, or play handymans in the backyard of one of my friends. We actually played with the plastic tools and the harmless tools that his dad gave him, so we played around with that. And I found that I really enjoyed being with the guys, so I never thought about that it wasn't normal for me to be playing constantly with the guys, being a girl. The first many years of my childhood, my parents used to force me to wear a girl's clothing and a dress for whenever we were out eating at some of their friends' house, or when we were on a restaurant or on vacation and stuff like that. And I really hated wearing a dress. As far also skirts and really girly clothing, I never liked wearing. So when I was around 6 or something like that, when I started in elementary school, I told my parents that I didn't want to wear that. I hated it, so they let me have t-shirts that could be worn by both guys and girls. So I felt what I wore back in the beginning of elementary school was okay. I didn't have anything against that clothing, so and from there on, I actually decided myself most of the time what I wanted to wear. They took me out whenever they had to buy new clothes and stuff for me. Then it all went well those years, and then when I moved on, got a little older, I think it was about 8 or 9. Now I was about 8 years old or something. My parents had got divorced when I was 7, so they of course moved to each their apartment or house it was actually. And so I changed school, because there was a school like 5 minutes walk away from my mom's house. And the school I was actually going to was a private school in town, so it would take me half an hour to get to school if I stayed on that. And so I didn't want that. I was really sad about leaving there, actually, because I was quite popular with the guys in that school. And then I think the problem started when I changed school, because on my new school they hadn't learned me to know from the beginning, of course, because I'd been going almost 2 years in another school and I didn't know anybody. I think I knew like maybe one person in that class I started in, but unfortunately he was one of the most unpopular kids in the class, so that wasn't too lucky a start for me in that class. I never really got to hang out too much with any of the guys in that class because they were all really into football, and I didn't, it's not like I hate football, I'm not that much into it. So I didn't have anything in common with any of the guys out there, and so I kinda lost friends. Even though I made new friends in my local area, of course, suddenly people seemed to just move away. One moved to the other end of the country, and one moved an hour's drive away or so, and I was too young to take the bus myself to visit him, so I kind of lost contact to them, and it was really hard for me, but I don't think I really thought too much about it back then, but I started getting a bit asocial. I started spending a lot of time on my own, slowly, the older I got, and when I hit puberty and, you start to change, physically as well as mentally because of the hormones and stuff, I had a really hard time accepting that, because ever since I was little, I've been, at least when I got to choose, I'd been swimming and bathing on the beach with only boxers or swim shorts or whatever you call it, and also when we had water fights, I would only wear my really ugly orange swimming shorts. So when I suddenly was told in school by my teacher that I couldn't wear that for swimming lessons in school, that I had to buy a swimsuit, I got really upset, and I talked a lot with my mom about it, but she has told me that of course she knew that that would happen at some point and I would just have to accept that, but I was really upset about that. And puberty really was one of the things that hit me the most, because no one knew how I felt. I think all my family and friends just thought I was really a tomboy, and I don't think they ever figured that I didn't want to be a girl, but I think they just thought I was just playing with the guys because I don't know, had a face or something, and so that really made a lot of problems to me. I found out about the fact that I really felt like a guy, I really wanted to be a guy, about when I was 12 years old, and I didn't dare tell my parents because I was afraid that they wouldn't accept it and would get angry or something. You imagine all sorts of horrible things in your head when you're like not too old and you have something you don't know what is yourself, and you don't dare tell your parents, or at least I didn't. And I talked to one of my best friends about it, actually one of my only friends back then, and she was very understanding. Even though we were only 12, she was like, I think you should just tell your parents as soon as you're ready. I don't think that they will hate you or not accept it. I think that they will be actually very accepting about it. But I still couldn't tell my parents. So until I was about 15, or it was right before my 15th birthday, I got a new friend, and actually since then, which is about actually about 2 years around this time. I've gotten more and more friends, and I've finished school and got to. I'm in a kind of a relaxing year on a special school where we don't really have education or anything like that. We will get educated in stuff that you normally wouldn't spend time on, unless you of course want to be a cook or a mechanic or whatever. So right now I don't know where I stand as far as friends goes. I really would love to have more guy friends, to hang out with and just be a real guy and hang out and be very immature. And I think my problem always has been that I couldn't accept it and people didn't know what it was, and I actually didn't know myself that it was called being transgendered before I was around 14. I think it's about 2 years ago that I started researching on it, that I got to know what it was and tried looking at other people's videos with their experiences and facts about what you could do to make life feel easier. But right now I still have the problem that it's really not easy for me. And well, I don't really think I have too much more to say other than I hope to get some more boyfriends this summer when I start in a new school. Of course, I know you don't make friends the first day, or normally you don't, but I really hope that I will make some good friends down there, because many of them will probably be in my local area, so I don't have to travel like in town every time I need to be with someone. And last comments for this video is that I'm gonna make quite a few of these topic videos, and I think I'm gonna update with them bi-weekly, and then the other weeks I will be updating just random updates for whatever other stuff I have related to my life or related to being transgendered. But sorry if I sound or look a bit tired. I'm really frustrated about the weather right now. I don't know how to get to school tomorrow because it suddenly started snowing and I don't have any money for the bus. So yeah, I have 6 kilometers to school and I'm just really frustrated and tired right now. But it was the only time that I felt like doing this video, so I hope you can forgive me. Well, yeah, that was it for now. I'll be seeing you guys for my next random update or topic video. I think the next one will be in 2 weeks or so, if I don't get in my head that I want to do it like right now. If I suddenly get something important I want to say with it, but else in 2 weeks or so. Bye.